Evening everyone, welcome to Gradeup's MBA Prep channel. Welcome to this series of general awareness for the upcoming MBA examinations. We have been conducting this series for almost a month now, and I'm sure you must have gained some significant stuff out of it, and hope that some of the things that we have discussed, some of the questions that we have discussed in this series should come in the upcoming examination, so that you also feel that okay, so it was worth attending these sessions. Okay, so good evening Mandar, Anji, Jeel, and everyone else, Prarthana, Shobhan, and whosoever is present for the session. Okay, so just 10 days left for TISSNET, right, and 12 days for CMAT. So I hope you must have downloaded your TISSNET admit cards and known where your center is. So all the best for these examinations. Okay, so do prepare for all the sections well, and especially GK, because this section is the game changer in these two examinations. In TISSNET, you see that the other two sections are relatively easy, and you have to score a lot in GK to clear the cutoff. And similarly in CMAT also, the other three sections are quite doable, right? And GK is what makes a difference between the toppers and the rest of the people. Okay, so good evening all once again. Don't forget to like this session. Okay, so these are the timelines. 10 days left for TISSNET, in fact 9, because on the 10th day you must be by this time you must have seen the analysis as well done by Gradeup. Okay, so do join us on these days for the exam analysis as well. So I'll be writing all these examinations. I and other team members from Gradeup will write these examinations. We'll bring up the exam analysis on the same day. Okay, all right, so let's begin today's session, isn't it? All set for today's class? Okay, so just like the session and subscribe to our channel. Okay, so Ritesh, on Telegram you will be given the link. From there you can get the PDFs of all these sessions. Okay, so let's start with today's session. Here's the first question. Which of the following Indian states does not contain a portion of the Thar Desert? Which of the following states does not contain a portion of the Thar Desert? Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Haryana, or Gujarat? Thar Desert is primarily in Rajasthan. However, it has some portions in other states as well. Okay. Which of the following states does not have any trace of the Thar Desert? Easy question to start with. Right, you can use some common sense also to answer this. Okay, so Sunny is typing in Hindi. Okay, he uses Hindi fonts. Yes, the right answer is Himachal. Right, so Thar Desert is primarily in Rajasthan. It has traces in Punjab, Haryana, and Gujarat as well. Okay, so Himachal is a state where you do not find the Thar Desert. Okay, let's move to the next question. In October 2020, how many countries signed the Geneva Consensus Declaration on promoting women's health and strengthening the family? Okay, so something from current affairs. How many countries signed this Consensus Declaration on women's health and strengthening the family? So Shalini, I would say that you will have to prepare on your own as well. I mean, it's not that comprehensive list, right? We just discussed some of the questions. You should get an idea what type of questions would be asked. Like for example, if I ask one question per day on capitals and currencies, you should read the capitals and currencies of things. You should read about sports, right? Rivers, national parks, and all those stuff, right? Okay, yes. Okay, some saying 29, some saying 34. The right answer is 34. And interestingly, I got 29% response on the correct answer. Okay. 34 is the right answer. Okay, so this declaration was signed in October 2020. Okay, by 34 countries, and it's an anti-abortion declaration. Okay, which was co-sponsored by the governments of Brazil, Egypt, Hungary, Indonesia, Uganda, and United States, and 34 countries signed it. Okay, all right. Let's move to the next question. What is the capital of Armenia? Okay, and read about this thing as well. Nagorno Karabakh conflict. Okay, so these countries, Armenia and Azerbaijan, right? So these are in news. Okay, I think in ZAT this was asked, right? In ZAT or IFT, this question was asked: which two countries are fighting for this? Right, so what is the capital of Armenia? So no capitals of these two countries. Okay, some things about their world leader, the leaders as well. Okay, so sometimes they ask static questions which are relevant to current affairs, right? So they might ask you the capital of Armenia because this has been in news. Okay, yes, Arvind Prakash, the admit cards are out for test. They were released yesterday itself. Okay, no, it's not C. Tashkent is not the answer. Okay, Tashkent, maybe you remember from that series, it's a web series, right? Or something on Tashkent. Okay, so yes, Yerevan is of Armenia, Baku is of Azerbaijan. Okay, Tashkent is of Uzbekistan, right? And Minsk is, I think, of Belarus. Okay, yes, Aman knows it. Baku is of Azerbaijan. Okay, so these two countries have been in conflict. One of the questions was asked in XAT as well, right? So read about these things, the current happenings, and questions related to those things, right? Some countries in news, they ask you about the capitals or currencies and all those stuff. Okay, all right. What part of the body is an otoscope used to examine? Otoscope. So something from some weird question, out of the box questions that you get in the examination, isn't it? The Great India CMAT admit card, I think they are not out yet. I don't know if in the past few hours if it happened, but till evening I knew that they were not yet released. Okay, so if they are released, you'll get to know. What part of the body is an otoscope used to examine? Yes, the right answer is ear. Okay, some saying eyes. No, it is not eyes. Like scope. Scope means eye. Scope means to see something. So that does not mean that it is for it's right. So it is a kind of like device. It is used to view the inner part of the ear. Right. Right. So it is for ears. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this is a device like this. You put this on the ear and the internal view is displayed here. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next question. Sardar Patel COVID Care Center, the world's largest COVID care facility, is located in which city? Easy question. Sardar Patel COVID Care Center. It has a capacity of admitting up to 10,000 patients. It is located in which city? Ahmedabad, Mumbai, New Delhi, or Surat? Okay, people saying Ahmedabad. Okay, so when you hear the word Sardar Patel, you associate with Gujarat? No, no. No, no, it's not Ahmedabad nor Surat, right? It's in New Delhi. It's New Delhi. Okay. So a lot of you answered it wrong. I mean, maybe because you associate Sardar Patel just with Gujarat. No, that's not the case. It's in New Delhi, right? It has capacity of 10,000 beds. Okay, the largest COVID cares facility. Okay, so I thought that you must have read about this, right? Right, the biggest COVID care facility in the world. Okay, so maybe you just relate Sardar Patel with just Gujarat, so you thought that everything related to Sardar Patel would be in Gujarat itself. All right, not an issue. Now you know the answer, right? If this comes in the examination, you are not going to get it wrong. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Where are the headquarters of International Council for Science? International Council for Science. Where are the headquarters of this body? Okay, Tokyo, London, New York, or Paris? I'll start the poll now. The poll has begun, isn't it? International Council for Science. Okay, Kriti is confused, not an issue. That's the purpose, right? If you do not know things, you attend these sessions, you get to know more things. Okay, yes, some of you know the answer. Yes, the right answer is Paris. Paris. Okay, for the ones who did not know the answer, now know it, right? So if it is asked in the examination, you will be able to answer it correctly. Okay, so that's the purpose of such sessions, that in case, I mean, you do not know something, right? That's all perfectly fine, right? Who knows everything, right? Okay, let's move to the next question. Irfan Khan's last film appearance was in which movie? Okay, so it should be easy. Many of you must be movie buffs, right? Irfan Khan died last year. So which was his final film appearance? Dil Bechara, Angrezi Medium, Karwa, or Gulabo Sitabo? Sometimes you do get questions from entertainment as well. Plus, he was a national award winner, Padma Shri holder, right? And famous for acting in, I mean, famous for his acting. So, which was his last movie? Okay, so all of you know the answer, right? Okay. Yes, the right answer is Angrezi Medium. Okay, so that was a sequel of his earlier movie Hindi Medium, right? Angrezi Medium is the right answer. Okay, that was released in March, right? Just before the COVID pandemic, right? I think that was probably the last movie that was released before the COVID pandemic, or was there any other movie released? I mean, before the lockdown became. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, who is the author of the book The India Way Strategies for an Uncertain World? Subramaniam Jayashankar, Salman Khurshid, Ajit Doval, or Subramanian Swamy? Yes, Dil Bechara was a movie of Sushant Singh Rajput. So, who is the author of this book, The India Way Strategies for an Uncertain World? Yes, Kritika typed S. Jayashankar. Okay, yes, the right answer is Subramaniam Jayashankar. he's the current like Minister of External Affairs, right? He wrote this book, India Way Strategies for an Uncertain World. Okay, all right. So those of you who did not know now know the answer. Kyoto Climate Change Protocol was signed in which year? Kyoto Climate Change Protocol signed in which year? 1992, 94. Okay, so Harsh has an update that Irfan Khan's one movie is releasing this year, The Song of Scorpions. Okay, I was not aware of that. Okay, okay, so we'll update it. Kyoto Climate Change Protocol. Okay, so someone is saying Great India is saying you are born year 2000. No, it was signed before that, not 2000. The right answer is 1997. In December 1997, it was signed. Okay, so Kyoto is a city in Japan. Okay, yes, 40% of the people got this one correct. All right, let's look at the next question. No, 1992 is famous for that Rio thing, right? Rio Earth Summit and all. Okay, and also someone is saying that scam also, right? 1992. Okay, let's move to the next question. Which state is called the land of rising sun in India? The land of rising sun, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur or Nagaland? Okay, so obviously the easternmost state in India, right? That's why called the land of rising sun in India. Okay, which is that state? Some of you must be born in 1997 as well, right? Now you know you'll remember 1997. I mean your birth year, right? Okay, so most of you getting this answer correct. Yes, the right answer is Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so it is Arunachal Pradesh, which is the easternmost state of India, right? So that is why it is called the land of rising sun. Okay, it is the first state in India which receives sunlight. Okay, yes, Arunachal Pradesh is the right answer. All right. Okay, so are you enjoying this quiz? I hope you are, right? You attend this quiz every day. I hope so. Don't forget to like this session every day whenever you watch it, right? And subscribe to our channel and watch the series regularly. I mean, I'm sure it is going to help you. It is, if not the direct questions, you will get to understand what type of questions you can expect in the examination. Okay, let's move to the next question. Which of these countries was severely hit by the typhoon Goni in November 2020? Typhoon Goni. Which country was hit by this typhoon? Japan, North Korea, Philippines or US? Yes, it's good for revision, right? You also get to know that what are the things, like if you missed some things or right. Okay, so people know this answer. Whenever it is current affairs, you know it, right? I mean, there were other countries also, right? The major country was Philippines, and then there were Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. I think all of those were also affected, but mostly it was in Philippines. Okay, so it was a typhoon. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Chandrika Prasad Santokhi He's called Chan Santokhi, right? He's a person of Indian origin. He's the president of which country? Chan Santokhi. His actual name is Chandra Prakash Santokhi, right? But he calls, I mean, he's now referred to as Chan Santokhi. Okay, maybe he finds that name cool, right? He's the president of which country? Guyana, Suriname, Uruguay, or Bolivia? Okay, so he was elected recently, I think in July, August, right? And he was like one of the probables as the chief guest for the Republic Day, but it did not happen, right? So initially, the Boris Johnson was invited, right? But due to that COVID strain in UK, he could not come. Then he was another in the probable list, but that could not happen, right? Yes, after Boris Johnson denied, he was one of the guests, but he did not come, right? So he is of Suriname. Okay, he's of Indian origin. So remember one thing which I mean in these examinations, right, is like famous Indians of I mean famous people of Indian origin. Okay, so do read about that as well, right? For example, recently we read about that some chief information information security, what was that, some IR, right? That was a guy who was appointed by Pentagon, right? So remember, read all these all about these people. We see many times such things are asked in the examination. Okay, so do read about such personalities as well whenever you come across. Okay, let's move to the next question. The Zoological Survey of India has headquarters in which city? Hyderabad, New Delhi, Bangalore, or Kolkata? Yes, Raj Iyer. Yes, Kamala Harris is also of Indian origin. She is way too famous, but I mean, I'm talking about the normal. I mean, not that great. Like Kamala Harris would be, of course, everyone would be knowing, but not many people would be knowing about this person. Okay. So, Zoological Survey of India, where are its headquarters? Hyderabad, New Delhi, Bangalore, or Kolkata? Yes, the headquarters are in Kolkata. Correct. So, how many of you got this one correct? 41%. Okay. Okay, so let's move to the next question then and see what it is on. The Infosys prize is given in how many fields? Infosys prize, right? 6, 7, 8, or 9? Out of this Infosys prize? I'll give you the list of the recipients of this year as well. Right? How many in how many categories is this prize given? Infosys prize. Okay, so often people ask about different awards and all those things as well, right? So this is it's about like understanding the examination. What type of questions do they ask? They ask questions from awards and honors, right? Okay, so a lot of you saying 6. Okay, that's correct. The right answer is 6 categories. Okay, there are 6 categories, and these categories are engineering and computer science, humanities, life sciences, mathematical sciences, physical sciences, and social sciences. Okay, so these are the recipients of 2020, right? If you just want to know their names, right? Right, I don't think someone would ask the names of all the recipients, but it's good to know, right? I mean, these are the 6 recipients for this year. Hari Balakrishnan, Prachi Deshpande, Rajan Shankar Narayan, Saurav Chatterjee, Arindam Ghosh, and Raj Chetty. Okay, so these are the 6 recipients. for the year 2020. Alright, so let's proceed to the next question. Hope probe is the Mars mission of which country? Okay, so recently in news, right, it was launched way back in July, and recently it has entered Mars orbit. Okay, so which country has launched this Hope probe? China, Japan, UAE, or France? Hope probe. Recently it entered the orbit of Mars. Okay, so whenever it comes to current affairs, people know the answers, right? Yes, UAE is the right answer. Right, UAE is the right answer, and yes, a significant percentage of you got this one correct. Right, so it was launched somewhere in July 2020, and recently it has entered into Mars's orbit. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. This CMAT easy or hard? I cannot tell that. Okay, I cannot tell about whether it will be easy or hard. That will, I mean, that you will get to know on the day of examination. Okay, so if it is easy, it will be easy for all. If it is difficult, it will be difficult for all, right? Okay, let's proceed to the next question. When is the Mandela Day observed? Mandela Day. Okay, so of course it is observed on his birthday, right? When is it? 27th of November, 4th of October, 11th of September, or 18th of July? Mandela Day. When is it observed? So Mandela was born on 18th of July, right? It is observed on 18th of July. Okay. Mandela was born on 18th of July. It is observed on 18th of July. Okay. All right. Let's move to the next question. Yes, Arvind, that is related to Infosys. Right, that is related to Infosys. Okay. Deepika Kumari is associated with which sport? Okay, so she is one of India's hopes to bring a medal in the upcoming Olympics. Shooting, table tennis, gymnastics, or archery. Okay, how is NTA going to call me, right? They have their internal people. They won't call. I mean, people from outside to create questions for them. I always wish to create such questions. I mean, not in general awareness, but CAT DILR. Like I'll always have this thing that if given a chance, I would create some DILR for CAT. Yes. Okay. So did we run the poll? Okay. Yes, it is over, right? Yes, the right answer is archery. Yes, she is a famous archer. She was once number one as well. I think now she is her rank has dropped. Still, she must be in the top 10, and India has high hopes from her. Hopefully, she gets a medal for India in the upcoming Tokyo Olympics. Okay. Right. Okay. So he's Jharkhand. Prashant. She is from Jharkhand and proud on her. That's great. All 75 correct. See, it is very rare to get. I mean, nothing on GK. That's impossible, right? Because in CMAT you have a lot of Right. Lot of question. I mean, lot of time people would attempt questions. Question attempts is high in this. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next question. What is the name of the COVID-19 vaccine developed by Russia? Easy question. Sputnik V, Sputnik IV, or you call it 4, Sputnik 2, or Sputnik 1. Okay, that's an easy one. Very easy question. All of you must be aware of it, right? So Russia was one of the first few countries who came up with this vaccine, right? A lot of buzz globally, right? So remember the name of this vaccine, right? So they launch, I mean, there's space vehicles by the name Sputnik, right? The right answer is Sputnik V, right? Or you want to call it fifth, right? They do, I mean, they launched these space vehicles with the name Sputnik 1, 2, right? Yes, Aman is right. Putin's daughter also got vaccinated. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Moldova is a country in which continent? So something interesting, right? Not asking the capitals and all, right? Okay, so Ajay is full of knowledge. Good, Ajay. Thanks. Right, do watch the remaining series as well daily. Moldova is in which continent? South America, North America, Europe, or Africa? Have you ever heard of this country? Moldova. Let's see if you know about this country. How many of you know? So some strange question, right? On the geography of countries, a strange question, right? Yes, it was a part of. It was formerly a part of your this thing. Soviet Union, right? So it is bordered by Romania and Ukraine, right? These countries, it's a small country between them, right? Its capital is Chisinau, and recently it is. I mean, it was known for this reason that it is in news recently because of recently elected president, right? So she was the recently elected president, that's why some country in news, right? So just remember its capital. So sometimes countries capitals also read about the recent appointments, which countries had election in 2020, who were the presidents, prime ministers, etc. elected, right? And where are these countries located, right? You never know, sometimes they ask some very weird, I mean, random questions, right? In MyCat they ask that which of the countries is not in the southern hemisphere, right? So know about the geography of these islands, small countries, the countries which are in news. Okay, right? So sometimes we questions appear to be from static, but they are related to current affairs in some way or the other, right? Indian geography and global geography, yes, both you will get. Okay, all right, let's okay, so the Great India says that his brother went there to do MBA from Europe. That's great. Okay. All right, so let's proceed to the next question. Okay. In August 2020, Big Bazaar was bought by a Reliance for how much? Okay, if I get 1,000 of this amount also, I'll be quite happy, right? 27,413 crores, 24,713 crores, 17,240. So just, I mean, interchanging the digits, right? So for how much did Reliance buy this Big Bazaar from Future Group? Okay, so now in all these big bazaars, they have replaced with Reliance. Okay, I mean, Yes, the right answer is option B, right? 24,713 crores. Okay, that was the deal. And Future Group sold it to Reliance. Okay, so big amount, right? Very big amount. All right, so with this, we come to end of today's questionnaire. We have Harsh getting perfect 200, right, and Mandar and Neeraj 190, Ashish, Samir, Kalash at 180, Rashifa 170, Cleon, Subrato, uh, Fazul, Subrato at 160. Okay, so congratulations to all these, right? Okay, so here we come to the end of today's questionnaire, right? So like every day we'll have this at till these examinations at 10 p.m. You can watch it either on our YouTube channel or on our Gradeup app, right? And if you enjoy this series, don't forget to like this session every day, right? So that like our performance is also measured, right? So do share this session with your friends who are preparing for these upcoming examinations. Okay, yes, I'll show the scoreboard to the ones who are watching on app. So if you watch it on app, right, so you get to play in an interactive mode. You can evaluate yourself as compared to others, and I mean on YouTube you can answer in comments. Okay. All right. So we are running this offer February Mela, and if you want to purchase our courses, you get double validity at 50% off. Right. So at a very discounted price, you get these offers. So if you are preparing for MBA examinations, especially for CAT and other MBA examinations for 2021, you can enroll with us and prepare with your favorite mentors. Okay, so we have currently have course running for CMAT Maharashtra CET and also for CAT 2021. So the ones who have started their preparation and are looking for some online source, a lot of students keep like asking each other which is a good source or which institute should they enroll into. Like I'll just tell you about our mentors, and I'm sure you must have watched their sessions. That's why we conduct some free sessions on YouTube as well, so that you can evaluate the mentors that we have at Gradeup, right? The ones who have cracked these examinations on multiple occasions, have been mentoring students for a long duration, right? So all these we have such mentors at Gradeup. Okay, so these were some of the students who were enrolled with us in 2020 and secured great scores in CAT. Right. Okay, Sunny, I'm unsure of the placement starts of TISS rural. Right. I'll look at it and uh, tell you. Okay, so I'm not sure about the placement of TISS rural development. Okay, so Ritesh, for this PDF, just join our Telegram channel. I think the link is shared in the chat. Right, so do go to that Telegram channel and you will get a link there. You can get a PDF of all these sessions, right? All these PDFs are available, right? So just go to the Telegram channel and ask there where are the links of the PDF. So someone from the team will share the PDF links and you may get those. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for attending the session. I hope all of you must have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the session, right? And do join me tomorrow as well at 10 p.m. So good night.